core. Singularity core. Evacuate moving to minimum station. Go!
It's your boy Next Gen Arrow back with another video, and today we have to talk about the amazing game that is Dead Space Remake. Now, this is a franchise that I came pretty late into, right? I played Dead Space 3 back in the day. You know, I even played some of the co-op with my cousins and little brother, and it was one of them games that I enjoyed, but I just never fully locked in, you know. Skyrim pretty much consumed me that generation, to be fair, right? And then GTA 5 coming out didn't help, right? Me jumping into Dead Space Remake and, you know, fully sitting down and playing it through has showed me that this is officially one of my favorite survival horror franchises, right? And right after I finished Dead Space Remake, I went into playing Alan Wake 2. I finished that recently. Check out my review if you haven't for that. It's on the channel. And then I went to go play Dead Space 2. And while I was playing Dead Space 2, I said, yo, I love the first game so much. And the second game I'm about halfway through so far in one sitting. And I'm like, yo, this is a goated franchise just from the first two games so far. So I was like, I have to go back and do a Dead Space 1 remake. So before we get into the video, I want to give a special shout out to the homie for sponsoring this and hooking me up with the deluxe version of Dead Space Remake. It's my Hawaiian homie, USO Vinny. Real great guy, man. Definitely a guy to follow if you're on X or on Twitter. Very funny, man. Very entertaining. He plays his ass off, man. He play games, PlayStation, Xbox. It doesn't matter. He got good jokes, good content. I definitely recommend giving that guy a follow. And Vinny, if you're listening to this, I appreciate you, brother. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about with this game, right, is the atmosphere. The atmosphere in this game is so amazing, right? And I got a thing for games that got great atmosphere. The Metro trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. Metro Exodus, Redux, 20, whatever the number was, right? Absolutely great franchise. And what I loved about that franchise was the atmosphere. I feel like second to Alan Wake 2, this is one of the best atmospheres I've felt in a horror game in a very long time and possibly ever. The Ishimura is a great setting and it just begs to be explored, man. Every inch of it, I just wanted to walk around when I'm not, you know, when my heart is not beating out of my chest. I just want to explore and see what all this world has to offer. You can't have a great atmosphere without having great sound design and also great graphics. So I'm gonna speak on the graphics first. This game is absolutely stunning. I jumped between performance mode and quality mode on my Xbox Series X, and I ended up settling in the quality mode with the ray trace ambient occlusion, the higher resolution, and really just the more stableness. And I know that sounds crazy, playing 30 for more stable, but the 60 mode did have frame drops here and there. I don't know if it was just me or I don't know if it was in my head, but when things got hectic and things was exploding and stuff, I did experience frame drops. So I settled into 30 FPS quality mode. Plus that ray trace ambience does make a difference in, you know, having better shadows in the dark and better dark areas in general, right? So that was dope. And sound design, look, just listen to this clip.
Isaac, we made it to the bridge. There's no survivors. Daniels is trying to get into the command computer.
All right, man, the sound design is god tier, man. I absolutely loved it, man. Some of my favorite sound design in a horror game, period. The music always had my heart beating. I'm always looking up at vents and around corners, hoping somebody doesn't pop out and try to kill me. The music is very intense and very suspenseful. I love it, man. Hearing vents rattle and things drop behind you or just electric wiring as I explore the Ishimura is absolutely fantastic. I really loved it. And since we're speaking on sound design, let's talk about the way the guns sound. The guns all sound dope and really good. But what also amazing amazed me is the voice acting. Now, the original game had a voiceless protagonist, Isaac. He did not have any voice acting until the second game, from my knowledge. But the voice acting was very well done in this game. The way they remade it and remake it. Now, people who played the original at length will probably appreciate it more, but for somebody like me that's just coming into it fresh without playing the prior one, I can really appreciate all the attention to detail they added to the stories from going back and looking at the difference in the comparisons. You can tell they had a lot of love with this remake, man, and I gotta shout out to EA. This is just should be proof that single player games are needed. People do love them. So the voice acting in the cast was perfectly done, in my opinion. I love the sounds, I love the audio logs, I just love that this world is just really dope. This ship really is one of my most memorable settings in the game to date, right? Replayability is also great. You got New Game Plus, you got a plethora of suits and upgrades to unlock, so it gives you a reason to go back. And we also have to point out that it has a different ending, you know, if you find all the markers and stuff throughout, so that's really dope. Now, the most important thing about this game is the overall story. The story is very intriguing with the Utology Church, right? If I'm saying that right, forgive me if I'm not, but this cult-like church that worship this marker that was discovered on the planet, and there's some twists and turns and some betrayals in here that I won't get into, some twists that I didn't see coming, but I should have seen coming, if that makes sense. Like, after a twist come in the game, you'd be like, oh, I should have seen that coming, or I should have known I couldn't trust her. It was too iffy. But the story is absolutely amazing, man. Great pacing, great ending. And like I said, I just hopped into Dead Space 2, which motivated me to make this video, and 2 really picks up so good. And I hear so many people say 2 is the better game of the trilogy in a lot of people's opinions. I would have to save my opinion on that specific topic for my Dead Space 2 review when that comes out, and I do hope they remake Dead Space 2, even though I would say it aged very well thanks to Microsoft backwards compatibility, right? Awesome, great Xbox One X enhancement, bringing it to native 4K. You got FPS boost on the Series X and S, and you got auto HDR. It's damn near like a remastered game within itself, right? So that's a beautiful thing to see. So the story was really dope. I actually really like Isaac Clarke. He got a lot of depth to him. The more you play, and if you read his bio, you know, I found out a little more about him, and you find out his, you know, mother and parents was involved in this, like, you know, this church religion thing. So like I said, I don't want to spoil too much, but the story was definitely top tier, and it's up there with Alan Wake, Resident Evil 4, just for some of the best survival horror games, period. You know, it's extremely good. I'm so happy with this franchise. I'm really enjoying Dead Space 2. And if you guys want to see my Dead Space 2 review, please like this video, please subscribe, let me know what you think below. Like I said, shout out to the homie Vinny. Also, shout out to every single person watching this. Please leave your boy a like and share. I just feel so blessed that I hit 500 subscribers before the year end. My goal was to reach 400, and we smashed that goal, right? I started the year with like 320 or low 200s, something like that. So for me to hit 500, this is beautiful to see. I'm absolutely thankful for everyone, man. This has been great. It's been your boy Next Year Nero, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.